When you hear one-person business, what do you picture? Maybe a freelance writer or someone with a little online shop. Well, what if I told you that the next billion-dollar company could be run by just one person? It sounds crazy, right? But thanks to AI, it's not just some wild possibility anymore. It's pretty much becoming inevitable. So let's dive into how this insane shift is happening, and more importantly, what it all means for you. And hey, don't just take my word for it. That's a direct quote from the CEO of OpenAI, Sam Altman. I mean, think about that. The people who are actually building this future are so confident that they're literally placing bets on when it's going to happen, not if. This is not a sci-fi movie. This is real, and it's happening right now. Look, this isn't just another small update or a new app. We are smack in the middle of a completely new technological era. It's like a golden age for the solopreneur. The tools that are available to us right now are completely flipping the script on what a one-person business can do, unlocking a scale that was, well, it was pure fantasy just a couple of years ago. Okay, but here's the thing, and this is the really crucial part. Every single tech revolution in history has created huge winners, and it's also created losers. The difference is, this one is moving at a speed we've never seen before. So the big question you've got to ask yourself is, which side of that line are you going to end up on? And that brings us right to our first section. This is your wake-up call. Because honestly, just wrapping your head around the sheer speed and the massive scale of this change, that's the absolute first step to figuring out how to play the game. Just look at how fast things have been moving. Back in the 90s, the internet gave us all the world's information. Then boom, the 2000s, smartphones put a supercomputer in every pocket. The 2010s gave us social media, a way to build a tribe. Each of those steps gave us, as individuals, more and more power. But AI in the 2020s isn't just another step. It's a rocket ship. It's like having a super intelligent employee who works 24/7, never complains, and never takes a coffee break. And the people at the top? Well, they're sounding the alarm. Check this out. This is a screenshot of an actual internal email from Micah Kaufman, the CEO of Fiverr. Now, he's known for being brutally honest, and what he wrote to his entire company was, well, it was blunt. Yeah, you read that right. AI is coming for your jobs, and it doesn't matter what you do. Programmer, designer, lawyer, it doesn't matter. The message is crystal clear. You either adapt or you risk becoming totally obsolete. This isn't just fear-mongering, you guys. This is a strategic warning shot from a guy who is right in the heart of this whole thing. So, all this is happening, but how does it affect you personally? Let's make this real. To figure out where you stand, we can borrow a little something from a kid's story. I call it the Goldilocks zone, and figuring this out is absolutely key. So if you're under 26, your porridge might be a little too cold, and here's why. All those entry-level jobs, the grunt work that used to let you get your foot in the door and climb the ladder, a lot of that is just disappearing. It's being automated by AI. That first rung on the career ladder is basically being sawed off, which means you can't climb it anymore. You have to build your own. Now, on the flip side, if you're over 49, your porridge could be way too hot. The very thing that used to be your biggest advantage, decades of deep experience, can suddenly become a liability. Why? Because an AI doesn't care if you've done something for 30 years, it just does it, instantly. The pressure to completely reinvent your career right now it's immense. But for those of you right in the middle, say between 26 and 49, you might just be in that perfect, just right Goldilocks zone. You've got enough real-world experience to know how business and people actually work, but you're still young and flexible enough to grab these new AI tools and run with them. You're in the perfect position to use AI to multiply your skills and literally leapfrog everyone else. But let me be super clear about something. Age is just a number here. It's a generalization. The real difference, the thing that will actually determine your future, is your mindset. It all comes down to a choice. Are you going to be a proactive optimist who sees a massive field of opportunity and starts learning this stuff every single day? Or are you going to be a reactive pessimist who just sees a threat and basically sticks their head in the sand? Look, this train is leaving the station, whether we're on it or not. Technological progress just doesn't wait. So the choice kind of boils down to this, as harsh as it sounds. Get rich or get resentful. You can either learn to harness this incredible new power, or you can get run over by it. The choice is yours. So if you're choosing rich, if you're choosing to lean in, you're probably asking, okay, great, so what's the plan? Well, that brings us to the roadmap, a totally new blueprint for building a business in this new world. one that puts your freedom first. The basic structure of this new business model is actually way simpler than you might think. It really comes down to just three things. First, solve a problem that never goes away. Think about things like wealth, health, relationships. They're eternal. Second, create your own unique way of solving it. Not a copy, but your specific method. And third, tell a great story about how you figured it out. Seriously, if you've ever solved a major problem in your own life, you've already got all the raw material you need. You know, all the old advice was to niche down, to find a tiny little box to fit into. Forget that. The new rule is to create a category of one. You don't find a niche, you create it by combining your unique interests. Think about it. What are your weird obsessions, your skills, your past struggles? Mash them together. No one else on earth has your specific combination of experiences. That's your advantage. No one can compete with you at being you. And here's how you can go from zero to potentially massive scale. Step 1, learn a skill people will pay good money for. Step 2, freelance with that skill to prove it has value. Step 3, productize it. Turn that service into a system that you can sell over and over. Step 4, translate that system into a piece of software. And finally, step 5, you use AI agents to scale that software to the moon. See the shift? You're no longer the one doing the work. You become the owner of the system that does the work for you. But wait, there's one crucial piece to this entire puzzle that almost everybody misses. It's the secret ingredient, the glue that holds this whole strategy together. And that secret ingredient is something called owned distribution. All that means is building your own audience, your own community. Think an email list or a private group. It's the only way to get off the hamster wheel of paying for ads or being at the mercy of some random algorithm change on social media. It's simple. If you don't own your distribution network, you will always be owned by one. And when you put all this together, it completely changes the definition of success. The old goal, the Silicon Valley dream, was the BC-backed startup. 100-hour work weeks, growth at any cost, a 90% chance of complete failure, and maybe you get paper rich. The new goal? A lifestyle-first business. We're talking 4-hour workdays, insane profit margins, and actual real-life freedom. And you know what the best part is? You don't have to build all this stuff from scratch. Not even close. Absolute giants like OpenAI, Shopify, and Stripe have already poured billions of dollars into building the infrastructure. They've built the highways. Your job is just to build your unique little business on top of it all. It has literally never been easier to get started. We're seeing a huge shift in trust. After all the collapses of massive companies like WeWork and FTX, people are getting tired of huge, faceless corporations. They're starting to trust smaller, more personal brands where they actually know the founder. The goal isn't to be big just for the sake of it anymore. The new goal is to be small, profitable, sustainable, and free. And that really brings us to the ultimate point of this entire revolution. It doesn't matter if your goal is $100,000 a year or $100 million. At the end of the day, the money is just a tool. The real prize, the thing we're all actually chasing, is the freedom that this technology finally gives us. The freedom to design our lives exactly how we want them to be. All right, we've looked at the threat, we've seen the incredible opportunity, and we've walked through the step-by-step roadmap. The technology is here. The path is clear. So really, there's only one question left to ask. The one right there on the screen.